Welcome everyone. This is Java class. So we are going to see about the typecasting in Java. Typecasting means we can change the type of data. We can change the type of data. So here typecasting as classified into two types. One is the widening casting. Another one is the narrowing casting. The widening casting, also known as automatic type conversion. Narrowing casting means manual typecasting. So automatic typecasting means the data type can be converted into another data type which is smaller, can be adapted to the larger data type. If you want to change the type from one variable to another, that means we have to change the one type to another type of value, means it automatically converting when you are assigning smaller data type into larger data type. Here for example, here my int as the integer data type variable, so my int can assign value 9. The my int variable, that means integer type variable value 9, my int is a variable for integer data type, so my int can be assigned to my double. So my double is the double data type, so my int has only 4 byte in Java, that means integer can assign only 4 byte, double can assign 8 byte, that means 32-bit value can be stored into 64-bit. So it automatically change the type of data, because my int as smaller, my double as greater data type. So automatically the compiler can convert the integer data type into double data type. But in a narrowing casting, here narrowing casting example, my double as a double data type variable, so it can assign a value for 9.78. The my double data type, that means my double variable can be assigned for integer data type, that means 64-bit of value can be stored to 32-bit. So it cannot be assigned automatically, because my double has the double data type, my int has the integer data type, that means my double has greater data type, my int is the smaller data type. So larger data type cannot be adapted to the smaller data type, so we have to mention manually int before the larger data type, that means my double has the larger data type, so you have to mention the type can be the type can be stored for a variable. So my double has the larger data type, so you have to mention a smaller data type before a variable, that means before assigning to the smaller data type. So narrowing casting means converting a large type of variable to smaller type. So you have to mention before the typecasting, that is the typecasting in a Java. Next we are going to discuss about the switch statement in a Java program. The switch statement comes under the control statement in a Java program. Control statement or control structure means control the flow of execution. The control statement can be classified into decision making statement, looping statement, and a branching statement. Under the decision making statement, the switch statement comes under the decision making statement. The switch statements can execute one statement from the multiple conditions. It is like a if-else ladder. This is the syntax for the switch statement. Switch of expression, case value 1, break, case value, break, etc. At last, default is the last statement in a switch syntax. Here the expression may be any kind of expressions like arithmetic, relational, or logical expression. It can also accept the variable in an expression. So we have to mention a variable. The variable may be any type, integer, long, double, also it can accept string value or character value. The case value must be a literal or a constant value. It cannot accept it doesn't allow the variable. Suppose if you are giving a variable, means the compiler automatically generate the error. The case value must be a unique one. If you are allowing duplicate value, the compiler also generate a error. So now we are going to see the example for the switch statement. There is an example for a switch statement. I am mentioning number equal to 20. So 20 is assigning to the number. Here number is the integer type of data. So under the switch statement, the switch of number is going to generate switch of number going to compile. That means switch of 20 should be passed into the switch statement, and the 20 is passed to the switch statement. The compiler going to check the case which is true. There is only one true part will be executed from the multiple conditions. Here case of 20 is the second case in a switch statement. So under the case 20 is catched, the message 20 will be printed. After the printing, the line will be going to the next statement, that is break will be compiled. After compilation of break, the control will be transferred from the switch statement, because only one condition will be executed from a multiple conditions. So here the true part is the second case of the switch statement. So catching the true part, after catching the true part, the block of statement will be executed. After execution, the break will be catched. So after the break, the compiler, knowing there is no another true part, so the compiler will be transferred from the transferred after the switch statement. That means the compiler will be transferred from a switch statement. If there is no, suppose there is no true part in a case, the default value will be printed. That means the compiler cannot catch the true part. The default value will be printed. After the default value, the compiler skip the control from the switch statement. That's all.